This is the late evening of Wednesday, July 29, 2026. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. All right, it is a breaking news that DSS sent a memo, and the memo was addressed to security operatives for them to be on alert. But the memo has been circulated. Like I used to say, security warning supposed not to be confidential, because last, I think it is also the civilians that can even challenge Boko Haram or defeat Boko Haram, not the security operatives. So, the leaked DSS memo warns of planned Boko Haram attack, kidnapping of pastors in Borno State, in Adamawa State. And this kidnapping is not only restricted to pastors, but majorly on pastors. Number one, district heads. You know what district head means, okay? Government officials in these two states, Adamawa and Borno State. Why are they going to carry out this attack? Some months ago, Borno State and Adamawa State reached a deal, a Hudabia, that is peace deal. If you have been following me, you will remember a video I made when I was teaching 5 principles of what Boko Haram called the Islamic war. There are 5 principles of war that Boko Haram, ISWAP, Mahmouda, all these terrorists are using. It's the principles of war. And among the principles of war that I taught here, one of them is Ahudabia, that is peace deal. I told you people earlier that peace deal is not an art of making peace with you. Because for Boko Haram, there will be peace on earth, there will be peace everywhere when Sharia is enthroned, when the whole world will fall under Sharia. That is the peace that they preach. So when they are entering a peace deal with you, no, it is an art of war. It's a principles of war. Now, I said before, you can go and watch the video again, 5 principles of war, okay? If they are making peace with you, it is because of some circumstances that won't allow them to conquer you at that moment, to kill you at that moment, to kidnap you at that moment. There is something that is restricting them. Maybe so many of them are sick, they need to go to hospital. The weapons, the bullets, everything is finishing up. They could become victim at any time. So there will be some circumstances that will come. Then they will now go for what they call Ahudabiyah, that is peace deal. They will tell the government that they want to surrender, they need peace deal with the community. Then after the peace deal, they will now use the opportunity to go and prepare and get more weapons. And after getting the weapon, they will come back to strike. You get it? All right. Let's just look at the memo before we go forward. It's important we understand what we are saying. All right. This is the memo from the Department of State Service, that is the DSS. PMB 2065 Yonda, Adamawa State. It was released on 27 July 2026, and today is 29. That is 2 days ago. Was he addressed to who? It was addressed to the Brigadier Commander, 23 Armored Brigade, the Nigerian Army, Yonda, Adamawa State. So this memo was addressed to the Nigerian Army for immediate response. Boko Haram plans major operation. Mark the word, major operation. It's a sentence that defines what Boko Haram is planning to do. Boko Haram plans major operations around Michigan local government area to register the collapse of the ceasefire deal with Borno and Adamawa state government. To register with ceasefire deal. Now, DSS put it well. I like the statement they use. Ceasefire deal. That is an international recognized word that they use. When you hear Iran and Israel is fighting, Iran, America is fighting, they said they want to have a ceasefire. Ceasefire does not mean that the war has ended. It is a principles of war. I'm trying to make people understand all this peace deal you are seeing in different communities, what it means. When it comes to the international scene, international wars, you hear ceasefire. So that ceasefire is what all these Islamic terrorists called Ahudabiyah. Ahudabiyah is a peace deal. It is a principles of war. So when they enter this peace deal, they will now go back and prepare. Like up to 4 days now or 3 days, you see there is a ceasefire between Iran and America. And as you can see, weapons are already skipping into Iran to prepare for another war. Before you know, now they will start launching again. That is what is going on in Nigeria. So when you see government entering into peace deal with terrorists, majority of them entering that peace deal knows what is going on. They understand everything that is going on. That is Ahudabiyah, principles of peace deal. They're entering peace deal with these terrorists, knowing fully well that these terrorists are about to go and buy more weapons, come back for the attack. Anybody entering peace deal with terrorists, they are part of the terrorism. You know why? Because they know the agenda of these terrorists is to bring Sharia, not only in Nigeria, in the whole West Africa, in the whole Africa. I will give you scores of what is going on in Mozambique, what happened in Somalia. It is the same modus operandi, Monday everywhere. In Africa, they have the use of force with gun to achieve Sharia. But in America, in Europe, it is the same movement. But in Europe and America, they use what they call population and political movement. They will try to, populate you, like make sure that you are depopulated, because they see you that you are not giving birth to children. They will come to Canada. Like I saw a video of one imam saying that by 2065, that the data shows that Islam will take over Canada. You will be thinking that he's playing. He's not playing. He's just telling you their plans based on the birth rate. Based on the birth rate, the way they are giving birth. It is a population agenda. I first heard this thing from the president of Turkey after Bosnia and Herzegovina have separated from Yugoslavia. He was addressing, and the video is still online today. You can go and type president of Turkey's address. I'm talking about Erdogan. His address to the people of Bosnia and Herzegovina. These are northern part of Yugoslavia before, who were pushing this Sharia something in Europe before they divided the country into different places, and that was what gave them peace. So the man came and started telling them that go to Germany, go to different countries, ride the best cars, buy the best houses, give birth to children, minimum of 5, 10. This was what Erdogan said, and it's working in Europe. So many schools in Germany right now, in Italy, in Spain, and other countries, you will see that the whole places are just one set of people. In Italy at a time, that community is in a Milan region. Okay, in Italy, for example, in their offices, in their different places, government places, they used to hang cross because it's more or less a Christian nation. They used to hang crucifix cross on the houses, but these people started removing the cross. It's about changing your culture. It's the same movement, but they are not using gun because they can't use gun to defeat Europe at this moment. They can't use gun to defeat America at this moment. So they have to do what they call principles of infiltration. Principles of infiltration. You understand? So after the principles of infiltration, before they can now start using force, that time they have occupied offices at the top. So the government have no resistance. The time is coming for America and Europe. But in Africa, they are using forces. Why? Because they have occupied so many offices at the top. And Ghana is not spared. They just introduced one kind of studies in Ghana now. Everybody's shouting. They are coming for every country. So this is not just a Nigeria problem. Now, let us go to the details of the memo from the DSS. It says, intelligence has revealed plans by Bokøharam terrorists to carry out major operations around Mishika local government and Askira Oba local government in Adamawa and Borno states, respectively, to register the collapse of the ceasefire agreement with the state governments. They now have power. They can now fight, so there's no need for ceasefire. Remember, after this fight, they will conquer many territories. When they maybe security operatives will start fighting back, they will reach peace deal again. Prepare more, nudge. Prepare more, nudge. Anybody allowing peace deal, the person is a terrorist. Even though it's government, even though it's the army, even anybody allowing what they call ceasefire with terrorists in a sovereign nation, you are very stupid and coward. Your agenda will not work. Anybody entering peace deal. Because ceasefire is supposed to be a sovereign nation versus a sovereign nation. Israel, Iran. Israel, Syria, America, Iran, all those, Ukraine, Russia. You talk about ceasefire. But not in your country. You are having a ceasefire agreement with terrorists. This is an Islamization agenda. This is their plan. Like, they don't hide it. It's their plan all over the country. Now, don't forget their mission statement to overthrow the Nigerian government, establish a Sharia caliphate as a country, which will be regulated or governed by Sharia law. Make use of your AI or Google. Just Google what I'm saying now and see the mission of Bokøharam or ISWAP. Just type it. What is the mission of Bokøharam? You will know what I'm talking about. Since so many of you don't have their handbook. I got their handbook since 2012. So I know what I'm talking about. Now, number 2, the terrorists plan to abduct high government officials, councillors, district heads, pastors, and local residents or residing in the local government areas. Furthermore, the terrorist elements are targeting to kidnap district head of Michigan alongside his son, who stays in his residence. Okay, this intelligence from DSS is very, very accurate. Very, very accurate. And I will tell you why I say it's very, very accurate. Number 3, already the terrorists have deployed surveillance team in preparation for the planned attack. Do you see how sophisticated these terrorists are? They first of all deploy a surveillance. Now, surveillance they deploy is not drone, it's not helicopter. This is human surveillance. There are still countries that are still using human surveillance. Yeah, countries like Hungary, countries like Kosovo, countries like Italy, countries like Argentina. I'm naming countries that are still using human surveillance. What is human surveillance? In these countries that I mentioned for you now, so many of them will ask old women, old men that are in pension. They don't normally go out again. So they will just ask them to make sure this street, anytime you see something that is somehow, something that is not usual, any unusual movement, any unusual something, call the police. They have special number of police. That is human surveillance. It's a security thing. So when DSS is telling you that Bokøharam have now deployed surveillance, what the DSS is telling you is not drone, no. It's not reconnaissance like the US used to do. These are human surveillance. And human surveillance are most sophisticated surveillance. You know, and let me digress a little. The two most sophisticated organizations on earth are CIA and the Mossad. Number 1 is Mossad. Number 2 is the CIA, the Israel intelligence and secret intelligence and American secret intelligence. These two people are most dangerous because they don't conduct investigation like military police or other people conduct. These people use human surveillance. It's very dangerous, very sophisticated. They may send your girlfriend, your wife to you. Your wife may become a CIA agent, your wife in your home. Your pastor, I'm just telling you secrets that you don't know. Your pastor can become a Mossad agent. Your pastor, pastoring you, your imam. Your husband can become a Mossad agent. For you to know how sophisticated these people are. They penetrated Ayatollah's regime. They use Iran as stiff as Iran is, as bad as they are, not to allow infiltration into Iran. But Israel still penetrated them. And one of the Iranian intelligence officer is a Mossad agent. This is how deep human surveillance could be. So when the DSS is telling you that Bokøharam had deployed surveillance, this is what we know about Bokøharam surveillance. We took time to study it. That was 2 years ago. They use human surveillance. They will prepare like people who are going for evangelism, people who are going to what is it called? To church. They will come and give offering. After church, they will come and meet pastor. Pastor, pray for me. Oh, we came here to find work. Blah, 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 blah. They will penetrate everywhere. If care is not taken, pastor will start using them. They will start driving you. Okay. Let me not go there too much because it's a topic of its own and people need to know all these things. Now, that is number 3, that already the terrorists have deployed surveillance team in preparation for the planned attack. Number 4 is that in view, therefore, it is advised that troops, in collaboration with the forest guards and hunters, beef up security measures around the local government with a view to prevent the planned operation by the terrorists. This is forwarded for your information, please. Ben Osifo, State Director of the Security Service, Adamawa State. Wow. You see, this information is an information people should not take just lightly. You know, forest guards and vigilante group, these two teams in Adamawa State, not in Borno State. Borno State, I don't know what they are actually doing there, but I know about the security operatives in Adamawa State, the vigilante group and the hunters. These people are trying. I have seen their scores, what they have done. I have seen how many places, like, they have stopped terrorists. They have killed so many terrorists. So, if the army want to back them up, how trustworthy are the military that want to back them up? You see, it is supposed to be a good thing that maybe the army are backing them up due to nature of sophisticated guns and so on and so forth that they don't have. But due to the confessions of the terrorists, that they still have informant in the Nigerian army, that most Nigerian soldiers are working for them. This was coined out from the conversation of Kachana and the Nigerian agent who was begging him for peace deal. That is the situation right now. So we are going to be very careful. This is not only about Adamawa and what is it called, and Borno State. Like day before yesterday, you saw the troops of machine and trucks entering into Warri, Delta State. Some people captured it and put it on Facebook. They were trooping in, entering into Warri like never before. And this thing is happening from across the nations. The mission is simple. Let all these nations fall under Sharia, and there will be peace. That is the mission right from day one. Right from day one. And it started from local problem, local funding, Nigeria problem. What is it called? Ademodu Sheriff them, the one that handed over to Kashin Shettima. From there to another, from there. Before you know, this is about religious something. They now have link to other extremists from around the world. They now sponsor them, do this, do that. So the people from home who formed them, who created them, at this moment can't control them any longer. Because these people have paid allegiance to Al-Qaeda, ISIS, so they've got connected. It's a very dangerous problem. And one of the process or ways to stopping ideological terrorism like this is not just by gun. You are not going to fight forever. It's not by gun. Okay? If you are going to use gun at all, it's not from the police, it's not from the military. It should be from the people. The people should be armed to defeat them. The people can defeat them. That is number one. But the major solution is giving the indigenous people that they are fighting a country of their own to protect their sovereignty, to protect everything. So the solution to all these things is the division of Nigeria. I just told you from the beginning of this video that is what happened in Yugoslavia. They were fighting and fighting, trying to Islamize the country. But that is Europe. Europe understands very well, unlike us, who is after money. Even though you know the truth, once you join political party, you can never even say the truth that you know. And I pity the trend of greediness and selfishness that we are using to build our society. It's going to destroy it more and more. It's going to destroy it more and more. So, Bokøharam, ISWAP, all these people, they should be given their own country. I'm saying this so people don't want to understand. These people should be given their own country. If not, you people are playing. They must be carve a country and give them to practice their Sharia because so many people in government are supporting them. This problem of insecurity is not ending. The killing is not ending. Simultaneously, little by little, today 15 died, tomorrow 100, next tomorrow 200, yesterday 2, next tomorrow 5. Be counting it, be recording it as I'm recording it. Before you know, that is what they call ethnic cleansing. They will just remove everybody. They will kill people who are resisting them. Then they will use political Sharia and all those things. They will defeat you and turn your country upside down and rename your country. That Nigeria, you are saying, no, we must protect one Nigeria. That time, you see these people who are calling one Nigeria, they will rename it. Because that is not what they want. Nigeria is not what they want. They will rename it to. That time, it will be Caliphate Republic. And any other Islamic Republic. Or, you are just wasting your time. The ultimate solution for this, you are not going to fight forever. I'm repeating this. Sultan of Sokoto said, and I quote him, and he was right. This insecurity is not going to end. If it will end, it will take decades. He was not dreaming when he was saying that. It is you that did not understand. Your present Minister of Defense states, I'm talking about Bello Matawande, he said it is only God that can stop insecurity in Nigeria. You think this man is stupid or this man is mad? Your Minister of State, that he's mad? That because he said only God can stop this. He knows what he's talking about. It is you that refuse to decode it. I rest my case. Let me stop here, okay? But this is what is going on in Nigeria. if you like, argue from here to tomorrow, is nothing but Islamization. It is not Nigeria problem. It is a global problem. See you on my next video.